I'm an American traveler, backpack girl, camera girl. I only pack 2 outfits and a hope kind of woman. So when I booked my flight to the Philippines, I thought I was prepared. I mean, I've traveled to over 30 countries. I've survived airports in India, questionable sandwiches in New York train stations, and turbulence that made me rethink every life decision. I thought I knew what travel chaos looked like, but nothing, absolutely nothing prepared me for what I witnessed at the Manila airport. Filipinos traveling with enough luggage to relocate a medium-sized town. I'm not exaggerating. I am a woman who believes in packing light. But Filipino travelers? They pack like they're smuggling home a whole community center plus a sari-sari store. I saw one family with 7 giant suitcases, 3 Balikbayan boxes, 2 rice cookers, a pressure cooker, a microwave, and a stuffed toy bigger than me. None of the children even touched that giant toy. It existed solely to occupy space and cause stress. When I asked the dad why they had so many bags, he said with the sweetest smile, "It's for pasalubong." Gifts, souvenirs, treats, presents. But this wasn't, here's a magnet from Paris. This was, here's the entire contents of Costco. I swear if I opened one of those boxes, I'd find a fully operational home gym. I thought seeing a few oversized boxes was just an isolated incident. But then I noticed something. Every Filipino traveler had them. Every single one. They wheeled them, pushed them, dragged them, rode them like medieval siege equipment rolling into battle. I even saw a grandmother sitting on top of one while her son pushed it. I've never seen luggage treated like an Uber seat, but she looked comfortable, honestly. And these Balikbayan boxes? They're practically sacred. They're sealed with layers of tape thicker than the Great Wall of China. Do you know how serious Filipinos are about packing? One man literally wrapped his entire box in duct tape, like he was preparing it for space travel. I half expected it to launch itself to the moon. What are in the boxes? Everything. Literally everything. Chocolates, sneakers, shampoo, 500 bags of gummy bears, peanut butter, vitamins enough for a small army, designer handbags, instant ramen, birthday gifts for cousins they haven't met yet, kitchenware, blenders, pillows, bed sheets, toys, tools, winter jackets in a tropical country. I saw someone pack a toilet seat cover. I didn't even know people traveled with those. Breather, the funny part? I was standing there looking like the most unprepared woman on earth. My tiny carry-on bag looked like a sad wallet compared to the Filipino luggage Titanic floating around me. I felt like an amateur traveler who didn't understand the assignment. But here's the thing. Filipinos don't pack heavy because they're excessive. They pack heavy because they're generous. That was the first lesson I learned. Everything they bring home has a purpose. It's all for someone. A cousin needs shoes. A nephew needs chocolate. A grandma wants scented lotion. A friend wants shampoo that smells like a European garden and costs the same as 2 days of electricity. They don't travel for themselves. They travel for everyone else. When I asked a Filipina mom why she had 3 giant boxes filled with nothing but snacks, she told me, because my family likes it. And when they're happy, I'm happy. She said it with such sincerity and warmth that I almost cried right there in Terminal 1 next to a pile of Cheetos. As an American woman, I'm used to thinking travel is all about personal experiences, freedom, convenience, minimalism. But watching Filipinos pack for their families back home made me realize that travel, for them, is about love. A Balikbayan box is a care package powered by affection, wrapped in tape, and delivered with pride. Still, that didn't explain how they physically manage it. Filipinos are the smartest travelers I have ever seen. It's like watching airport ninjas. I saw a man push 2 carts at once using only one hand. A woman used her handbag strap to pull a suitcase behind her like she was walking a dog. Grandma maneuvered through the crowd with a box taller than her using nothing but a small towel wrapped around her hand for grip. That woman could lead a military operation. And don't get me started on their packing skills. They don't fold clothes. They compress them into atomic particles. They make space appear where no space exists. You think the luggage is full? Nope. They will fit 10 more items, 2 packs of Toblerone, and a winter coat inside. It's like watching a magician stuffing rabbits into a hat. I watched a Filipino dad open a suitcase that was already 100% full. He clenched his jaw, nodded like a warrior preparing for battle, and somehow made room for 2 more pairs of shoes and a box of chocolates. Then he zipped it shut using the brute strength of 10 ancestors. Meanwhile, I couldn't even fit my towel inside my backpack without giving up and sitting on it like a toddler having an existential crisis. When it came time to check in, I was stressed about my bag being 1 kilo overweight. But Filipinos? They approach the counter with the confidence of Olympic champions. Their suitcases weigh as much as small refrigerators, and they know it. They weigh their bags at home. They've measured every centimeter. They've calculated the cost of excess baggage down to the peso. And if they're overweight, no problem. They'll open the box right there on the floor and redistribute the contents like they're reoperating a smuggling network. I saw one woman move chocolates, Spam, and shampoo between bags faster than a blackjack dealer. She didn't even break a sweat. But the best moment was when a Filipino mom realized her box was overweight by 6 kilos. 6. I would cry. But she simply turned to her teenage son and said, "Take out the snacks. We'll put them in your backpack." His backpack was small. Very small. But somehow miraculously the snacks fit. Filipino moms are physics-bending sorcerers. Then there was the airport security. Americans usually look nervous. Filipinos look excited. Why? Because they finally get to show the airport people their expertly packed boxes. It's like presenting a school project. And when TSA opens the box, they narrate the contents proudly. Shoes for my brother, chocolates for my cousins, lotion for my mom, toys for my neighbor's kids, and this one Spam. Very important. Even the TSA agent smiled. When we boarded the plane, I thought the chaos was over. Nope. Filipinos turned the overhead bin into a Tetris championship. They lifted giant suitcases like CrossFit athletes. I watched a Filipina grandma bench press her hand carry into the bin with the strength of a woman who has survived 32 Christmas reunions. The plane took off. Everyone relaxed. And then something magical happened. Filipinos started opening snacks. I discovered that every Filipino traveler carries a snack pack. Sometimes multiple snack packs. I was sitting next to a lady who offered me dried mangoes, chocolate, chips, and something called pulverin, which I inhaled in 2 bites. It was so good I almost proposed to her. We spent the rest of the flight talking. She was warm, funny, and had the kind of kindness that can calm down a crying toddler or a stressed-out foreigner. When we landed in Manila, that's when I saw the true power of Balikbayan luggage. Families were waiting. Hundreds of them, holding signs, waving, crying, laughing, carrying babies, hugging everyone in sight. It felt like a festival. Filipinos reunite like it's a national holiday. Every hug looks like it's been waiting for years. Children run like they're in slow-motion movie scenes. Moms cry before they even see their kids. Dads pretend not to cry, but absolutely cry anyway. And the Balikbayan boxes? They weren't just luggage. They were symbols of love. Gifts from far away. Proof that someone was thinking of them. A bridge between worlds. As I watched families reunite, I realized something huge. Something beautiful. Filipinos don't just travel with luggage. They travel with love, with generosity, with connection, and with enough chocolate to feed an entire barangay. I left the airport that day with a completely different understanding of travel. As an American woman, I always believed travel was about discovering new places. But Filipinos showed me that sometimes travel is about bringing happiness home. And that's why Filipinos are the smartest travelers in the world. Not because they can pack like magicians. Not because they know how to outsmart baggage fees. Not even because they can fit 10 cans of Spam in a single carry-on. But because they travel for the people they love. And honestly, after seeing all that, I think next time I might bring a Balikbayan box too.